Alright guys, we are here with Topps Chrome update number 4. Sorry, it's a little bit of a late start. I fell asleep from lack of sleep and then trying to get Lily to sleep, but when I woke up, I've been dealing to try to fix the computer. For whatever reason, the wireless NIC is not working on the motherboard. Which, if you have no clue what the wireless NIC is essentially the card that allows you to connect to it's like the device that allows you to connect to the internet wirelessly. I don't know. It's bad. I think the motherboard in general is just bad in the computer. I bought it brand new. Brand new, and it's just not working. So I gotta probably call iBuyPower tomorrow or on Monday and figure it out. I'm gonna try to hard reset Windows again to see if maybe there's just something happened whenever I was doing everything. Well, I'm gonna fully upgrade the BIOS one more time because there's one more update on the BIOS that might fix it, but I don't know if the BIOS is gonna fix the problem, dude. I think the motherboard's just shit. Anyways, same case we did the first random out of, the same two cases. So we have 5 breakers of light, 3 hobby. If nobody knows about computers and you're just like this fucking nerd, that's fine too. We'll run a hobby first like we did last time. Good luck to everybody. Obviously, team list on the right, over at camera bottom left-hand corner. Like I said, I apologize for the late start between the, like I said, between me dozing off just from, newborn, 2 kids under 5, and then trying to fix the computer. Just much later start than I wanted to do, but there's not really much I can do computer-wise. And obviously, once, I find the extra wireless NIC I have and get that set up, because you can disable the wireless NIC on the motherboard. Otherwise, they might, switch between the two, and it fucks it all up. Then I was needed to help with the baby, so it's just been but yeah, I came down, I turned the computer on, and I was like, why is it taking forever to load things? So look, it's giving me dial-up speeds 4 megabytes per second, like we're in 2001. Either way, it's at least fixed for the 2 breaks tonight, and I'll figure out how to fix it the rest of the way. Also, the main back exhaust fan essentially of it won't shut off. It's running full speed, so that's also part of the problem. I did get a new stand for the camera, so you shouldn't have to deal with it shifting or anything like that. Right. We have, to start us off, we have Mitch Garver, Wenzel, Lucas Giolito, Colton Cowser, Wyatt Langford, Chorio, Carrasco, Chisholm Jr., Podges, Rogers, Smith-Sauver, Tyreek Skubal, Blake Walston, Ben Brown, Rodriguez, Nunez, Varland, Kierstead, and Margot. You got Jackson Holiday on the Future Stars, Suarez, Beater, Rosario, Kyle Harrison, Nunez, Jackson Holiday, Justin Slayton on the negative. That's going to go to the Boston Red Sox. We have Ranger Suarez, Jack Leiter. Sosa, Jackson Chourio, Bobby Witt Jr., Rogers. I have Kiermaier, Kyle Harrison, Podges, Lane Thomas, Hernandez, Luis Reyes just backwards for no reason, Sosa, Barger, Cease, Evan Carter, Ramirez, Merrill, Podges, Carantini, and Kiermaier. Jackson Holiday, Caballero, Abbott, Marcus Semien, J.D. Martinez, Kyle Manzardo. You have Nolan Shiano, Vladdy Jr., Gasser, Soler. Behind Soler is the Cody Bellinger All-Etch. Future stars, Jason Dominguez, Ronnie Mauricio. Verdugo. Then we have Davis Wenzel. For the Reds, 159 out of 299. Originally drafted by the Rangers. Oh, no, it's still off-center. It's still off-center the same way, just not as bad. We have Suarez, Provar, Jackson, Jazz Chisholm, Beck. We have Bohm, Henry Davis, Kyle McCann, Cam Eden, Jackson Chourio. I have Joey Ortiz and Austin Hayes. Get Paul Skeens, Justin Steele, Rodriguez, Ramos, and we have 52 out of 125, Jose Altuve on the All-Star Game X-Fractor for the Astros. That's going to go to Adam Cantrell on the Altuve. Jordan Beck, Hedges, Black, Ottavino, Chris Sale, O'Neill, Martin, Perez, Kyle Beater, Paul Skeens, Barossa, Shota Imanaga, Gunnar Henderson, Jackson Merrill, Colt Keith, Austin Wells, and Jackson Holiday on the refractor. That's going to be first hobby box. Into Breakers Delight. Got Lane Thomas, Ryan Fernandez, Trevor Rogers, Sal Frelick Williams, and Mason Wynn. Got Kevin Kiermaier on the 316 out of 399 on the magenta. Go to the Dodgers. Have Emmanuel Rivera. On the negative, going to go to Marlins. Everson Pereira on the Youthquake. Go to the Yankees. What if I tilt this down just a little bit more if we can cut out some of that glare. Might make it worse though. Nope, I think I fixed it. Brian Hudson on the purple, 192 out of 250. No, it's still going to get glare. All right. We have Brent Harris on the 2 out of 150 for the Athletics. And then we're going to have David Hamilton for the Red Sox, 334 out of 499. So maybe not the best names, but it seems like in the Breakers of Light where like there's almost like no base autographs. I am going to continue to mess with the lighting, I guess, a little bit. I'm going to see if I bring over... Well, I want to make sure this computer is fine, because I've been dealing with the fan being on like it's a jet engine since I got the computer. But I'm going to see what I can do about... if I can get it fixed once I get the other microphone hooked up and I don't have like this big block. Maybe try to bring over a ring light and see if I can switch the lighting just to be a little bit better, to cut out some of the glare, because I think I can fix it, but... Next hobby. Tomorrow I'll post the second half of number 5, and I'll post the jumbo case. Hopefully we can get them both filled tomorrow. I don't know why things are taking longer than like 12 hours to fill. We have Cam Eden, Adam Duvall, Trey Lipscomb, Corbin Carroll, Paul Lee, Carantini, Shenton, Carrasco, Lee, Robert Garcia, Pilar, Devers, Candelario. We have Roop, Hudson, Jared Jones on the refractor, Alec Jacob, Rivera, Podges, and Paul Skeens. We have Joey Loperfido, Gavin Stone, Fanasca, Wyatt Langford, Tommy Pham, Hayes, Blackburn. Blackburn stuck with somebody. Garrett Crochet on the All-Star game. We have Azuna, Brett Harris, Paul Skeens, Ramos, Corbin Burns, Uwasawa, Ottavino. And we have Seth Lugo, 25 out of 99 on the Green All-Star game. Go to the Royals. Lugo pitched really well this year, actually. Not that he wasn't bad when he was with the Mets, but he pitched exceptionally well this year. We got Witt, Dominguez, Woods Richardson, Tyler Black, Hernandez, Andahar, Perez. I'm going to have Jordan Lawler, Gunnar Henderson, Scott II, Imanaga, Candelario, Jackson Merrill. Negative, Lawler. Going to the Diamondbacks, we have Myers, Austin Martin, Cade Smith, Perez, Cannon, Jimenez, Scott II, Green, Trevor Williams, Mason Wynn, Correa, Adley Rutschman, Kopech, Sal Frelick. Got Joey Ortiz for the Brewers, 155 out of 250 on the purple. Christopher Morel, Stranton, Luciano, Polanco, Ellie, Velasquez, Perez, Roop, Frankie Montez, Keith, Flaherty, and Parker. We got Colt Keith, Blaze Alexander, Munoz. We have Jordan Wicks for the Cubs. On the autograph. Wenzel, PCA, Sheehan, Paredes, Jaloff, Glasnow, Wade Jr., Barger, Matz, Sauer, Beck, Paul Skeens. There's a bunch of print dots at the bottom there. Trevino, Ellie De La Cruz, Williams, and Tang. Which is unfortunate. Breaker's Delight. Yeah, I don't understand why the negatives are cut so poorly. Kind of disappointing. We have Hurtubis, Rosario, Soderstrom, Vanasco, Rivera, and Podges. We got Henry Davis on the purple magenta lava lamp. 172.29. I was just having discussions with people today about Henry Davis. Yes, he's a first overall pick. Yes, he hasn't lived up to necessarily the hype yet, but also he's a guy that wasn't supposed to catch this year. So they had him playing all of 2023 at the very back end, like the last month, playing in the outfield in the minors. And then they had him play in the outfield during spring training. Eddie Rodriguez tears his UCL, so needs Tommy John, the guy they're going to have catch pretty much. We got Graham Pauley. So the Pirates signed Yasmani Grandal. And then they also moved Henry Davis back to catcher when he was supposed to be the right fielder. We were Aroldis Chapman for the Pirates on the purple, 176 out of 250. Now, I'm a firm believer, if you have to learn a whole new position, 45 out of 50. Not that Henry Davis wasn't a catcher. This is a big PCA right here going to the Cubbies. Nice hit. Going to the Cubs and Clay Whitener. Now, I'm a firm believer that it's not a huge excuse that the guy should still be able to hit, but to adjust to Major League pitching and then have to pretty much go play a position that's one of the hardest positions in all of baseball to play, which I think we can agree catcher's probably the hardest position defensively to play. While trying to adjust to Major League pitch. Oh my God, what am I doing? How do I even fit two cards in here? These are stuck together. We have Yammer Candelario on the blue aqua lava lamp. I was like, that card's really thick for an autograph. Well, they brought in Joey Bart too, because they wanted to put Henry Davis in right field. But the biggest reason they traded for Joey Bart was Grandal got hurt. So like your two catchers your first catcher, your starter got hurt. What they were going to do is they were going to have Henry Davis play right field, and then have Eddie Rodriguez catch 4 out of the 5 days, and then bring in because they had another guy that doesn't play first base, but they were going to bring in, I guess they have a catcher on the 40-man roster. It's like a veteran. I don't know how all the taxi squad stuff works, but I think they were going to bring a guy that like just an extra catcher to catch that 5th day. But they were going to have Henry Davis play first base and right field, and it just never happened because of injuries. So what happened is they actually didn't sign Grandal in the spring training. They signed Grandal after the injury to Rodriguez, which was like right after spring training. Then Grandal got hurt, and they traded for Joey Bart. And then what happened is Joey Bart came over, and he was red hot. So they played Joey Bart and Grandal because the Pirates at the time were still kind of in contention to maybe make the playoffs. Either way, because Grandal got hurt, it had Henry Davis trying to go back and forth between, am I going to be a right fielder or am I going to catch? Which I think is just not fair to anybody that's trying to learn how to play baseball. In my personal, but not learn how to play baseball, but play baseball in the pros. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, I thought the same thing with Jackson Holliday. The guy doesn't play second base ever in his life, and then you bring him into the majors to play second base. Like, not only does this dude have to figure out how to hit good pitching, like better pitching, but he also has to learn how to play a whole new position defensively. We have Jack Leiter, Lyndon Sosa, Nunez, Victor Scott II, Austin Martin, Cade Smith. Like, we make that excuse for people that are playing quarterback in the NFL, but don't take into account the mental preparedness that it takes to play in the pros. It's in baseball. It's really weird. We got Jackson Merrill, all etch rookie rush, and that's going to be a 36 out of 99. We have Alec Jacob. You can even use the same example for this guy, right? The beginning of the year, Jackson Merrill did not look like he was going to be the player that he was. He got really hot after he kind of figured out, oh, like, here's how you play center field. Here's how you handle the day-to-day stuff. But the Padres were so hamstrung for outfielders, they just let him sit out there even when he struggled in May. They didn't take him because they weren't really, I mean, not that they weren't a contender, it's just he wasn't hurting them so bad. 22 out of 175, but they also had no other options. Like, they had to pretty much leave Merrill out there and let him work through and learn how to be a pro. The Pirates and the Orioles didn't do that with Holiday or Davis. They kind of were like, all right, you're not playing to what we thought you would. Back to the minors you go. Now, the Pirates are terrible at developing guys in general. We got 29 out of 399 for Magenta. I mean, Kyle, you're a Reds fan. Imagine if they didn't let Ellie battle through his slumps and just send him back down. We have Jackson Chourio for the Brewers, or even a guy like this, Jackson Chourio. The guys that end up being super successful, especially on teams that aren't great, are the guys where the organization allows the guy to struggle a little bit. We're going to have Colton Ingram, 182 out of 250 on the purple. For the Angels? Like, I think if you got a bad team, this is why I kind of wish they fixed the rights to, like, leave a team. And then we have Wade Meckler on the 101 printing plate. This is going to be a magenta printing plate for the Giants. I kind of wish they'd switch the service time stuff for Major League, because I feel like what happens is a lot of teams try to control their young players longer than they maybe should. And then when they do that, Jackson Holiday here. Let's get into this hobby box that has Jackson Holiday on the front. And then when they do that, it's going to Brent and the Giants. Yeah, I used to try to post like advertisements on Reddit and some of the bigger baseball subreddits, but they say they're okay with breakers, and if you post something, everyone just fucking calls you a piece of shit. It's hilarious. I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, they're like, you can promote anything you want as long as it's not an outside link, and like you can promote like anything, and then they'll just call like if you promote anything, they just fucking people with the comments like, you're a fucking piece of shit for running breaks. Okay, buddy. Sorry. Goddamn edgelord Joey over here. But the problem is like you'll see them suck off a guy like Jab's family, who's like literally an actual piece of shit. And I don't care if he ever hears me, because I know he won't say shit to my face. An absolute disgrace of a Pittsburgher. Like, I love you guys, but if it ever came to choosing my family or baseball cards, I'm choosing my family. Like, that's not even a fucking question. The fact that he was choosing baseball cards over his family, like, it got so bad that his wife decided, like, yo, like, I'm just gonna leave you because... But the whole sports card community is really goofy to me. It's like one of those weird... The community's just weird. It's like a microcosm of like I mean, obviously it's we're in real life, but for lack of a better terminology of real life, right? Like, the bigger breakers or whatever get like so much leniency for like the most amount of bullshit, like just like famous people do. Like, if I took steroids, I'm gonna use an example and it's relevant for today of what's going on tonight. If I took steroids and beat the shit out of my wife, You guys would be like, you're a fucking piece of shit. But John Jones can take steroids and beat the shit out of his wife, and everybody's like, he's John Jones. Like, he knocks people out. Who gives a shit? Like, Terrell Suggs can pour bleach on his wife, and it's okay. No one says shit. But if I poured bleach on my wife, we'd have an issue. We have Justin Turner, Nastrini, just because he murders quarterbacks. Doesn't make any sense to me. Nick Nastrini, Raggins, Hurtubis, Rosario, Matsui, Shota Imanaga, Luis Gill, Schumann, Urias. We have Corbin Carroll, Rivas, Dakota Hudson. We have Ronald Blanco. 79 out of 99 on the green. That's just my equivalent of, like, the people love jabs, or there's a couple other breakers that clearly, like, backyard breaks. Like, people literally go to bat for backyard breaks as they haven't done shady shit over and over again. Shit's wild. Like, you get on that no-nonsense sports card group on Facebook, and someone posts something about fucking backyard breaks, there'll be at least, like, 12 stands that come up with their knee pads roaring to go, both hands ready, and their mouths just ready to blow them. It's ridiculous. We have Knack, Jonathan Clase, Bowers, Pauly, Dylan Cease, Tang, Urshela, Jung, Matt McLean, Jared Jones, Frankie Montez. We have Zach Neto on the orange, 4 out of 25. There's a dude on there one time with backyard breaks. Nice hit for the Angels on the Zach Neto and Adam Bolasivic. That literally was like, well, it's okay if they overcharge because they give away free boxes. Like, yeah, they overcharge, but they always make sure you get something. Almost every time people get extra free boxes. I said, yeah, dude, if I overcharge $2,000 too, I could give away some free boxes. Like, no shit, bud. We have Kyle McCann, Hernaz, Merrill, Wyatt Langford, Yordan Alvarez, Blanco, Scott, Yamamoto, Jack Leiter, Rafaela, Travis Jankowski. We have Mookie Betts on the Stratospheric Stars for the Dodgers. Jackson Holiday, Jones, Caminero, Snell, and Evan Carter. We have Westberg, Michael Lorenzen. Ooh, Austin Martin on the blue aqua lava lamp. That's going to go to the Twins. And James Horvath. One of the lower teams on here, but I mean, I still think Austin Martin can be a good everyday pro. We have Pete Alonso, Mason Black, Kikichi, Chapman, Soto, Paguero, Rodriguez, Brian Hudson, Lindor, Hauser, Spence, Foscue, Lane Thomas, Joey Loperfido, Leisure, Spinall, Turner, Holton, Pook, Lee, Urshela, De La Cruz, Fetty, Christian Scott, and Manzardo. Seth Lugo, Joey Estes, Kyle Manzardo, Giolito, Dunn, Blaze Alexander, Aaron Getty. We have Freeman, Cole Winn, Simber, Cruz, Fernandez, Gallo, Noelvi Marte, All-Etch, Freddie Freeman, Riley Green, Kolick, JP France, Lee, and Podges. Got Christian Scott, Hernandez, Shenton, Duval, Lipscomb. Oh, we get a Crush Jackson Merrill, exit velocity 110.9. These are on the rare size of things, going to the Padres and Brady. I guess it's fine that he finally decided to give in, as he said. We have Kyle Harrison, 122 out of 399 on the magenta for the Giants. We We have Andy Podges on the negative, cut by Stevie Wonder and the boys. We have Yariel Rodriguez on the Youthquake. Kyle, if you're in here, man, you keep getting good teams. People are going to think we're on a conspiracy theory. I don't know about this, man. It seems like every random. I mean, I know you're grabbing 3 spots, but it seems like every random you get one of like the big 4 teams. I'm gonna have to make sure you get like the White Sox, the Blue Jays, and like the Royals or something next time. You got Colton Cowser. 22 out of 150 on the Blue Rayway. Probably wins American League Rookie of the Year here. Have Clayton Beeter for the Yankees. I have a ton of Clayton Beeter first. I was chasing Bobby Miller. And Clayton Beeter was in the same graduating class as him. Or same graduating class. Same draft class as him. Then we have Zach Neto for the Angels. Angels getting a decent amount of autographs. Still no Trouty. No Fish Boy. If you're in the number 5 and you want your team in the second half of those cases, make sure you ×2 if you haven't already. There's not ×2 next to your name. Because I'm going to drop that in a full case of Jumbo tomorrow early. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully we can get them filled. I might drop a smaller random as well. There's still, if you guys want to see Stadium Club broken tonight, let me know. Give me some offers. I'd love to break it tonight and kind of just get it moving. We have Jared Jones, Junior Caminero, Blanco, Daniel Hudson, Garcia, and Pilar. Daniel Hudson for the Dodgers. Bro, like this is so. I think I don't fucking know. They must have employed the damn Chinese toddlers. Michael Lorenzen. Robbie, I don't want to hear no bitching because since you've been back, you've been hitting more than anybody else. We have 100 out of 199. No matter what team you're taking in to pick your teams, fucking ass is getting like 4 autographs every break. We have Lorenzen, Tyler Black, picking fucking the team Robbie Coleman's and still getting 4 autographs from somebody that don't even own a baseball team. We got Tyler Black. There's a Tyler Beck. I think he actually plays for the Rockies. Maybe that's John Beck. We have Mason Miller, 76 out of 99. Youthquake, actually kind of dope card. The green in the background for the Athletics. You're allowed to have 1 bad random, I was going to say. We got Spencer Horwitz. 434 out of 499. For the Blue Jays, going to Lance Miller on the Horwitz. And then we have, sponsored by Caesar's Palace and MGM, C.J. Abrams on the 2024 Major League All-Star Game X-Fractor. 23 out of 125. I think that might be a number match. Does he wear 23? Going to the Nationals. Man, I don't even know who has the Natties. That's going to Kyle Wellman. Can't hit in one of the big boy teams, but you know what? Give him the fucking Nationals, baby. If you guys didn't get that joke, he got in trouble for gambling and then sent to AAA. Which is fucking wild. How could he be a terrible team? And you're like, our best player, he gambled a little bit too much one night. Let's send him to AAA. Man, if they only knew what Rutschman and Gunnar Henderson and the boys do at Jimmy Seafood, blowing out the backs of all the bartenders there. I said, Orioles need to suspend some guys too. That's probably why they didn't play one in the back half of the year. Probably got the clap. We have, yeah, I shouldn't say that. I was just saying that the women that work at Jimmy's Seafood is super nice, but if you're picking up girls from Dundalk, you might have some issues. I was gonna say we have Mason Black. If you know, you know. If you're not from the area, that probably makes no sense to you. But Dundalk is like take the town in one of your cities and take it as like the white trashy town, that's Dundalk. We have Mason Miller out of 99. Tyler Black on the Youthquake. Youthquake Mason Miller there. We have Michael Lorenzen on the Aqua. Daniel Hudson on the negative. Colton Cowser on the Blue Ray Wave. We have Yario Rodriguez on the Youthquake. Andy Pages on the negative. We have Kyle Harrison on the Magenta. Austin Martin on the Blue Aqua Lava Lamp. I eat at Jimmy's on a pretty regular basis. I love Jimmy's. So that was just me making a joke. We have Polanco on green before you guys send John after me. We have Churio. Let's see. I don't need the bootleg Roman Reigns trying to have a wrestling match with me. I was going to say we have Evan Carter on the Magenta. Alex Cobb on the Aqua Blue Lava Lamp. We're going to have the Aqua Blue Lava Lamp Candelario Wenzel on the purple. I'm actually wearing a Jimmy Seafood shirt right now because he sponsored the softball team I played on for like 8 years. We're all just Chapman on the purple. We have Paulie, Henry Davis on the purple Magenta, Lava Lamp, Slayton on the negative, Ortiz on the purple, Lawler on the negative, Lugo on the green, Brian Hudson on the purple, Pereira on the Youthquake, Rivera on the negative, and Kiermaier on the Magenta. Had some really we had really good color. We just didn't have the biggest guys. We didn't get any of the chase guys, but I actually think that the color was good. I mean, you can't control the checklist being big. If I'm gonna eat at Jimmy's, I normally get their ribeye steak with a crab cake. We have Mookie Betts. If I'm gonna pay $6 to go over the bridge, I might as well fucking make it worth it. We have Stratus, or I'll get the Dundalk Joe, depending if it's during the day or not. If I'm already up there and I don't have to cross the bridge and I went a different way because I'm up there for something for the VA, I'll maybe get a Dundalk Joe burger. That's only because it goes to Brian Beerley's fundraiser, which I need to talk to him because every time he does something, I keep trying to tell him that all we have stratospheric stars for Mookie Betts. We have Jackson Merrill on the green. Jordan Wicks on the autograph, the orange, Zach Neto, Altuve on the X-Fractor, Kyle Beater on the base, Brett Harris on the blue. Let me get through these and then I'll talk a little bit more. Oh, we also have Spencer Horwitz on the refractor, Zach Neto on the base, Colton Ingram on the purple, David Hamilton on the refractor, Nick Lofton on the blue Ray Wave, CJ Abrams on the X-Fractor. We're going to have the 101 printing plate, Wade Meckler, the crushed Jackson Merrill. Then we're going to have PCA on the gold for the Cubbies. It's actually a really nice hit for Clay Whitener. What was I going to say? Oh, with Beerley, I always tell him to let me know when he's doing something because he always does something for the Baltimore youth or people that have trouble, kids that have trouble being able to play sports because they can't afford equipment. And he's the guy that the Dundalk Joe's after. Oh, Mike, I don't think Jimmy's has good crab cakes. I was going to say, that's one of the things they're actually really good at. Some of their stuff's, they're overpriced. I don't think they're overpriced, just they're expensive. Let's put it that way, because I know that crabs are fucking expensive. But yeah, we'll have to try that out. You'll have to give me the restaurant. Only if Dylan gets back in the kitchen and makes it for me. No, just. Anyways, guys, I'll see you back here. We'll go with midnight. We'll go live for this other break at midnight. Appreciate y'all as always. I will see you guys in a little bit tomorrow. I'm going to let you know the times right now. I am dropping the second half of the cases at 11 a.m., so get your times to it if you haven't. I'm dropping the jumbo at 12. Can we please fill the breaks tomorrow? And let's either fill the Stadium Club tonight or let's fill that tomorrow because it's been lingering around way too fucking long, like a bad case of chlamydia as well. And we just don't need that. I was going to say... So everybody has their own flair of who has the best crab cakes in Maryland. Personally, I don't like crabs in general, so I don't like eating crabs. I think it's too much fucking work for a fat guy like me to eat. Get 2 bites and fucking worth 10 minutes to get a fucking piece of crab meat out of a claw. Overrated. I know it's supposed to be a social thing. Well, I didn't grow up in Maryland, so I don't understand the social aspect of sitting around and smelling like Old Bay. But I'll see you guys at midnight for this other break. Appreciate y'all as always. See you in a little bit. I'll also have Pokemon break tomorrow, too. I've been slacking on the Pokemon breaks only because I haven't been able to get over there. But we're going to start pushing out that Surgeon Spark with some other stuff as well. Especially since Surgeon Sparks, the prices just keep going up and up and up.